Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let me just get this camera a little straightened and see my ring light and move that over a little bit. All right. I think that's the best we can do with that one. All right. Hello, hello. All right. Good morning, everyone. We'll give everyone just a second to hop on. Welcome in. I'm Cathy. We are going to read our daily inspiration. Every day I read an inspiration from the Daily Stoic. And just to give you a little bit of background, every month has a theme, and this month's theme is clarity. Okay? Clarity. Then I'm going to read an inspiration card after this one. So today is January 28th. Our verse for the day is watching the wise. Watching the wise. Take a good hard look at people's their ruling principle, especially of the wise, what they run away from and what they seek out. Let me read that again. Take a good hard look at people's ruling principle, especially of the wise, what they run away from and what they seek out. All right, that's Marcus and from his Meditations 438. Seneca has said, without a ruler to do it again, you can't make crooked straight. That is the role of wise people in our lives, to serve as model and inspiration, to bounce our ideas off and test our presumptions. Who that person will be for you is up to you. Perhaps it's your father or your mother. Maybe it's a philosopher or a writer or a thinker. Perhaps WWJD, What Would Jesus Do, is the right model for you. But pick someone, watch what they do and what they don't do, and do your best to be the same. Okay? Let's read that part again. Seneca said, without a ruler to do it against, you can't make crooked straight. That's powerful. You can't make crooked straight. All right? That is the role of wise people in our lives, to serve as a model and as an inspiration, to bounce ideas off and test our presumptions. Yesterday, we talked a little bit about making sure that you surround yourself with the people who you want to be like. Birds of a feather flock together. If you want to be successful, surround yourself with successful people. All right. If you want to be joyous and happy and energetic, surround yourself with people who are like that. If you want to be creative and be able to think outside of the box, surround yourself with people like that. If you want to be a problem solver and not the one who's always complaining, surround yourself with people who hear a problem and think of a solution or work towards a solution, and they just don't belabor the point of continuing to complain about it, complain about it, complain about it. Okay. So, who that person will be for you is up to you. Perhaps it's your father or a mother. A lot of us respect our parents. We think that they're wise beyond our years. We think that they care for us, that they have our best interest at their heart. And hopefully that is the case. If you have a healthy family dynamic, that is indeed the case. So, a father or a mother is a very trusted source in most cases. All of us aren't that lucky to say that, but hopefully most of us are. Maybe it's a philosopher or a writer. you kind of understand what this philosopher or writer has talked about and what their theme is, it resonates with you in some way, and you start to really ingest their thoughts. Perhaps what would Jesus do is the right model for you. If you are faith based and are faith based in a Christian environment, what would Jesus do can be the right thing for you. And let me say this, even if you're not faith based, but you think that Jesus did things in the right manner, with the right heart, with the right intent, what would Jesus do can be your mantra. We talked about mantra yesterday as well. So pick someone, watch what they do and what they don't do, and do your best to do the same. I'll give a very short example of me in business. Um, the way that I have really gained the resilience that I've gained in business has really been through watching my husband. He's a doer, I'm a thinker and an analytical. Okay. And when he puts his mind to do something, he's going to do it. And he's going to do it as if someone is watching over his shoulder. He is a beast, an absolute beast when it comes to any of that kind of stuff. And the thing that I admire about him is his motivation is intrinsic. Okay. So no one has to tell him to do A, B, C, and D every day. He's going to set a schedule. He's going to do exactly what he needs to do, and he's going to make sure that he gets it done, and it's going to happen. And he's going to do it excellently to the best of his ability. I don't care if it's work. I don't care if it's working out in the gym. I don't care if it's playing golf. That's what he does. And he's taught me a lot of that. A lot of that. I've always had a good work ethic, but I tend to think, oh, if this isn't working out, there's plenty of other ways for me to, skin a cat, or plenty of other things that I can do if this isn't working in my favor. Um, but he has taught me a very different way to approach that. And I appreciate him so much. Um, People who work with him and people who work for him tend to have a lot of respect for him because they see that in him. It's very easy to identify. And so when I say find that person for you who's your motivation, who you admire the way that they approach their lifestyle, their professional life, their personal life, you know, be sure to be close with them. Good morning, and communicate with them and continue to communicate with them. I'm going to end with this. A friend of mine introduced me to a deck of motivational cards, and this is today's card. I'm going to read it and end with this. It says, "Great works are performed, not by strength, but by perseverance." Perseverance. And that's a quote by Samuel Johnson. Read it again. "Great works are performed, not by strength, but by perseverance." So, today, my friends, the message for me, and I hope that you can resonate with the message, is to number one, understand what it is that you want to achieve, and find someone that you trust to allow you to even mentor, be their mentee, and follow what they do, follow what they don't do. Success is really like a cooking recipe, all right? If you put enough of the ingredients in and you put them in enough at the right time, the result is going to be very similar, if not the same. So, from me to you, have a wonderful day. I'm Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me today for this short inspirational time. I hope that you have an amazing, amazing day, and I wish you all the best. All right, guys, take care and much love.